We will see a simple example of servlets in NetBeans. Once we open the NetBeans applications, we have to go to the file sections, new project, then we have to select the web and the web applications. After selecting the web applications, we have to give the name of the project name, default location the project is saved. We have to click the next button. Again click the next button. Default server is Glassfish server. We don't have to select any framework. We have to click the finish buttons. So once we have selected this, a simple web project is created for us. So in the default NetBeans, whenever a project is created, we can see the index.html file is created. So in the index.html files, we can give the form sections as well as specify whatever the parameters we want from the client side to interact with the servlets. So we will see a simple example of a servlet interactions. See the index.html file. In the div sections, in the body tag, we have created the form sections, form/form. We have to specify the name of the servlet. So we have used the action is equals to ss. Ss is the name of the servlet which will handle this client request. We have to take the username. So we have used the input tag. Input type is equals to text. Name is equals to t1. We have used the submit button. Once the user submits this button, this process will be handled by this servlet ss. So how to create this ss servlet? Go to the source package, click on new servlet, give the name of the servlet as ss. In the package p1, click on next, select the add information to deployment descriptor. It will create the servlet ss. So once the servlet is created, what is servlet? Servlet is nothing but a Java class file which is invoked by the container which resides in the web server. So in the NetBeans, the default server is Glassfish server we have used. So servlet imports the packages import javax.servlet exceptions. We can use the import javax.servlet.star. So we can avoid this all this HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response. Once the packages are imported, we have seen the Java class servlet is nothing but a Java class file which extends the HTTP servlet. The servlet consists of the init method, service method, and the destroy method. In the init method, the servlet parameters are initialized, the servlet config objects are initialized. In the service methods, the process request is nothing but the service method which handles the client request as well as give response back to the client. So there are two interfaces, HTTP servlet request interface and the HTTP servlet response interface. We have created the object of the HTTP servlet request interface as request, HTTP servlet response as response. So using this request object, we will read the request of the client. We can get the parameters from the client side. And for giving back response to the client, we will use the response object. So reading the name of the parameter, that is t1, which we have used for taking the username, we will use the request.get parameter method. It is one of the methods of the HTTP servlet request interface. So request.get parameter t1, we have used the variable t1. We are initializing the value of this t1 to the string variable s1. So s1 will store the name of the username. Once the username is stored, we can use the response object or the response HTTP service response interface response object. We will use the printWriter object. PrintWriter out is equals to response.getWriter. So using this out method, we will give response back to the client. We can see the response.setContent type. So whatever the response is given back to the client, it will be in the form of text/HTML. So we can see here the response is set in the form of HTML format, HTML/HTML. Or we can directly write the name also without using this HTML tag. Out.println, we can directly give response back to the client. So inside the HTML only I have placed whatever the values we have fetched from the client. Out.println, your name is plus s1. So this is a simple program in which we have read the variable T1 we have initialized to the variable S1, and using the out.println method we are giving response back to the client. So once we run this program, we will see a servlet example. It will open the index.html file in which we will specify the name of the parameter, that is the username, and once we click on the submit button, the servlet handle the request. Servlet will read the name of the username and will give response back to the client in the form of HTML format or textless HTML format. So this is a simple servlet example. So what we have seen in this section is nothing but, what is a servlet? Servlet is nothing but a Java class file which is invoked by the container which resides in the web server. The container invokes the servlets, it creates the instance of the servlet. Once the servlet is created, it fetches the request from the client side. Using the HTTP servlet request object, we can read the parameters from the client side. And for giving a response back to the client, we have to use the HTTP servlet response object. The servlet lifecycle consists of the init method, service method, and the destroy method. In the destroy method, whatever the parameters or whatever the resources are allocated to the servlets are released. In the init method, the parameters are initialized by the init sections, that is the servlet config object we have to create for initializing the parameters in the init methods. And in the service method, it handles the request and give response back to the client. So this is the basic servlet lifecycle. So we will see how the output has come. So this is the client request which will open the index.html file. Once the text field is open, we can type any name and we can see the submit button here. So the response is given by the servlet, your name is Vijay. So this is a simple servlet example.